Sometimes the loudest "I love you" is said without a single word, and the woman who seems to be ignoring you might actually be the one who loves you the most. Before we break this down, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at Brainify On, we uncover the psychology and emotional truths that most people never talk about, so you can finally understand what's really going on inside her mind. 1. Her silence is emotional overload, not disinterest. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't just feel it, she absorbs it. And sometimes that love hits like a wave she wasn't ready for. It stirs up feelings from her past, opens wounds she thought had healed, and shakes dreams she quietly buried years ago. This isn't about her losing interest. It's about her trying to find her footing in the middle of an emotional flood. She's not ignoring you because you don't matter. She's overwhelmed because you matter too much. See, most women are taught to control their emotions, to tone them down, to handle love in a socially acceptable way. But real love isn't neat, it's messy, it's unpredictable. And when it feels bigger than she can handle, she may retreat to process it privately. So when she's quieter, slower to respond, or distant, don't mistake it for indifference. Inside her mind, it's loud. She's questioning, am I safe to feel this much? What if I give my all and it disappears? What if he doesn't feel the same way? It's not rejection. It's her way of catching her breath before she lets herself dive deeper. 2. Love makes her vulnerable, not assertive people. Think love makes a woman more confident, more open, more expressive. But when she's deeply in love, it often has the opposite effect. It softens her. It strips away the armor she's worn for years. It puts her in a position where she can be hurt more than ever before. See, when she starts to feel something real, she isn't just looking at you, she's looking at everything her heart has been through. Every time she gave herself fully and was left empty. Every time her love was taken for granted. Every time she was made to feel foolish for caring too much. So instead of running towards you with arms wide open, she slows down. Not because she doubts you, but because she doesn't trust what love can do to her if it falls apart. Love makes her think about the cost. Her distance isn't her pushing you away. It's her quietly protecting herself from losing the parts of her she fought to rebuild. And that's why, when she's deeply in love, she may not shout it from the rooftops. She may whisper it in ways you barely notice. A soft glance, a memory she kept alive for you, the little ways she tries to make your world easier without announcing it. This is the part most men miss. They expect love to make her bold, but real love, the kind that matters, makes her careful. And the more she feels for you, the more she needs to be sure she can trust you with all of it. 3. She's battling an inner narrative. Her silence is not just the absence of sound, it's the sound of a private war. Inside, she's torn between what she feels and what she's been taught to believe about love. One voice says, let him in, he's different. Another warns, don't get too close, remember last time. You might think she's ignoring you, but in reality, she's having a conversation with ghosts from her past. She's recalling every time vulnerability cost her peace. She's remembering moments when her trust was broken. And here's the thing, she's not just assessing you, she's assessing herself. Am I too much? Am I enough? Will this end like before? Her pullback isn't always about you doing something wrong. It's about her learning to separate the man in front of her from the pain that came before you. That's not a quick process. Some days she feels brave enough to reach out. Other days she hides behind silence because it feels safer. And until she rewrites that inner story, love won't make her more vocal. It will make her more cautious. 4. Distance is her defense mechanism. When a woman feels something real, it threatens her sense of control. She's built a life where she feels strong, stable, untouchable. And then you walk in and shake all of it. The stronger the feelings, the greater the risk. And for a woman who's been hurt before, risk feels dangerous. So she creates space, not to end things, but to slow them down. This distance is her armor. It's how she keeps from being swept away before she's sure it's safe. She may stop texting as often, become harder to read, or seem less invested. But what you don't see is that she's still thinking about you, still replaying moments, still deciding if she can hand over the most fragile parts of herself without regret. She's not playing games. games. She's regulating her emotions the only way she knows how. And until she knows you won't take her vulnerability and use it against her, she'll keep one foot on solid ground, even if her heart is already halfway in. 5, she wants to be chosen without chasing. A woman who truly loves you but has loved the wrong people before will not beg for your attention. She will not compete for your time. She will not fight to prove her worth. Not because she doesn't care, but because she knows how it feels to give and not be met halfway. She's done chasing. She wants your choice to be clear without her having to ask for it. She wants to feel secure in your effort, not because she's demanded it, but because you've given it. And if she senses she's the only one reaching, she'll retreat. Not because her love is gone, but because she refuses to gamble her heart on someone who won't step toward her willingly. This is why her silence can be so confusing. It's not punishment. It's a quiet way of asking, will you come to me without me having to pull you? 6, she's testing the space you hold, not just your words. When she's deeply in love, she doesn't just listen to what you say. She watches what you do in the moments when she's quiet, unsure, or emotionally withdrawn. Do you assume the worst when she's distant? Do you try to force her to open up before she's ready? Do you take her silence personally and shut down yourself? Or do you stay? Do you hold the space without pressure? For her, that's the real test. Not flowers, not big speeches, but whether you can handle her at her most guarded without making her feel like she's failing you. Because if she learns that her quiet moments push you away, she'll hide the deepest parts of herself forever. But if she sees that you can stand steady when she's still figuring herself out, she'll trust you with the parts of her she's never shown anyone. So the next time she goes quiet, don't just hear the silence. Look at what it's holding. It might be fear. It might be history. It might be love, so deep she doesn't yet know how to carry it out loud. Not every distance is a goodbye. Sometimes it's a woman giving herself the space to believe that this time she's safe. If you can hold that space without panic, without pressure, without demanding more than she can give in that moment, you'll earn a kind of trust most men never touch. Because real love isn't loud, it's steady. And the woman who seems like she's ignoring you might just be watching to see if you're the man who can stand still long enough for her heart to catch up. If this resonated with you, hit the like button so more men can hear this truth. Subscribe to Brainify On and turn on the bell so you never miss another deep dive into love, relationships, and human behavior. And drop a comment below. Have you ever misread a woman's silence only to find out later she cared more than you knew? Your story might be the one that helps someone else understand hers.